Welcome back to this little follow-up video on Lady of Blossom Realm Melissa. We're just going to be testing the one interaction that we actually care about. That's going to be against TVB herself. So the big issue right now is that she feeds herself energy with Dragon Rui and then unleashes her passive active and then twines the whole enemy team. And at least the way I was reading it is that this skill right here, the automatic removal of CCs, is meant to counter that and finally put TVB in a different spot in the meta. So we're just going to test how this actually works out, this interaction specifically, not just the interactions of Melissa herself. So I have been lucky enough to have Big Ben set this lineup for me. Absolutely enormous, enormous, awesome account. So I really do appreciate him taking the time to do this. So what we have here, we're not going to put in Foolish. I was testing something else that I'm not quite ready to comment on. Not because it's a secret or anything, I just it didn't go very well, so I need to come up with a new strategy for testing it. But anyway, this is the team we're going to run. The way this is going to work is TVB is going to get hit by DGN and unleash her passive active, and then it's going to inflict twines upon everybody in the enemy team. Real quick, sorry, I'm going to prep you, just so you don't yell at me in the comments. The P3 Dreamlike Illusion of Lady of Blossom Realm Melissa, the one we don't care about, Mirror Magic Wings, removes a control effect from herself whenever she's inflicted with it for the first time every round. So she will be busting out of twine like crazy. Do not worry about this. I don't want you to look at Melissa. I want you to look at all the other heroes on the team, because that's what this skill does. It breaks your allies out. So we're going to be looking at the P2 interactions. P3, as far as I can tell, works just fine. I didn't really test it yet because who cares about P3, honestly. P2 is where the meat and potatoes are of this hero, at least in the current climate. So bam, 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 here we go. We're going to throw ourselves in. We have a hit. So TBB is about to unleash her passive active. Be warned, that is what's happening. This is not her active skill. This is a passive. So it gets unleashed, twines upon everybody. Melissa has broken out, but nobody else did, you'll see. The Anki Umaru, the Ignis, and the DGN have twines, as do the whole front line. So now what we're going to see is an active skill from TVB. It is now her turn to attack, and we're going to see if we see something different. There we go. Nothing different. I suspect this is because the Ignis died. So we're going to restart this, and we're going to see if Melissa would have freed from somebody else in line here. So everybody's twined. You'll notice Melissa did not break anybody out because that was a passive or a core effect. So her skill is not applying to that at the moment. I think it's a bug. I hope it's a bug. If not, she kind of doesn't help fix the TBB problem. But so Ignis dies again, but this time Melissa did protect somebody. She protected the frontline FQB. This is great, wonderful news for all of us, because at least the skill is somewhat functional. Okay, so the interesting thing is TBB, her active skill and her core are also intertwined. Ha ha ha, no pun intended. Maybe a little intended, who knows. But her active skill follows up with a core effect. As we noticed in the last video, the HHA core taunts did not get cleansed by Melissa, so core effect CCs will also not get cleansed. But because it is sort of linked, I suppose, to the active skill of TBB, it gets cleansed despite having effect on the core itself. You'll notice it did not get cleansed with P2, the P2 passive version of the active skill. It did with the actual active version. So we're going to go through again. Just watch the rest of the fight pan out. Round 2 starts, which means another passive active because of the mirror. DGN did not get broken out there. She just didn't get inflicted with it. So I do need to ask Ben to remove CC Purify from the team. But the interactions there, right now Melissa just won't help. with the passive version of the twine, she will help with the active version. So that is kind of cool, but also kind of sucks. Um, yeah, so we lose, of course, but in my opinion, even if it's not intended to function the way I want it to, it should. You have to start her with a huge mirror, so you get 100 energy, so that's 150 energy at the start. And then if TVB twines everybody, she frees herself, which is very nice. It plays into this that I'm about to describe. And then that's 5 enemies that are now five allies of yours that are now twined. 150 divided by 30, you'll notice, is exactly 5. So she uses all of the energy starting from this special mirror to cleanse all of the twines from both herself and from her allies. Your whole team is free of twine now. And this only happens once. You're not gaining 150 energy every single round. It's just not going to happen. Okay, but this is just to counter the Dragon Rui strat with TVB, or just the fast TVB in general. But either way, none of those can work right now because either TVB unleashes a passive skill, and this doesn't take effect at all, or she unleashes the active skill. It does take effect, but because it's limited to only one ally cleanse per enemy turn, TVB just frees one hero from the wrath of TVB twines, and it's just not very good. So very unfortunate how that works out. I am curious as to why that DGN was able to bust out of the CC. I don't think that was because of the passive active. I don't think that was Melissa doing that. I do need to find my last mirror. I have 4, I think, and I don't want to run the Dragon Rui on my FQB. So Michelle has one, Rogan, Michelle, Rogan, and then my Dark Heroes. Dark Hero singular. Foolish? No. We'll try it one more time, just because. We'll put Michelle in for her. There we go. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. So DGN hits the TVB. TVB unleashes a passive active skill. Twines everybody. Melissa frees herself using P3. Releases the active skill. And DGN is free. That is because of Melissa. Very nice. So this is how we expected it to behave. Very good. The Ignis died. That's not going to be a problem because it gives control immunity to the Melissa, but she was going to free herself anyway. And so now we have our passive active skill. You'll notice every single person is twined. So again, Melissa did not cleanse anybody of their CC. TV gets an active skill, and now HHA is free. Absolutely perfect demonstration of what I wanted to try there. The first one wasn't super good. This one was phenomenal. Perfect. Could not have gone better. Very awesome. Glad I was able to capture that on footage. I hope you understand what's happening and what precisely the issue is with the kit at the moment. Melissa could be very healthy for the game, in my opinion. I regressed my Mystic Fairy Freya so I could use her. I feel like it's worth it to build her if the skills functioned as they're written on paper. But as of right now, they don't, and if they don't anytime soon, and it comes to light that they're meant to function the way they function right now. I just don't see a context where P2 does pretty much anything ever, unless you're fighting Sherlocks. When are you ever fighting Sherlocks? Like the Sherlock Holmes wave, maybe, that helps. So, like, you have a really awesome CC free round 1. Doesn't help a ton. And also, it doesn't help with reflections either. So, if they reflect back your own TVB twines, you're screwed because you're not going to cleanse those. So yeah, not very good. Not my favorite hero at the moment. Potential. She has so much potential. I think she could be so good with just a little bit of tuning. I'm hoping and praying it's a bug. Probably a series of bugs. But regardless, I hope she is bugged and that she is fixed because she's so cool. She's the second trans hero to revive. She frees us from CC, which counters TVB, which we so desperately need. Since she was released, she needed to be countered. But yeah. Super cool. Super cool hero. Please let her be fixed. I beg of you. I beg of you. But thank you for watching. Thanks for stopping by and listening to me ramble. Um, yeah, have yourselves a good one. Stay tuned for more stuff if more stuff is deemed necessary. Um, if not Melissa related, it'll be Divine Block related. So yeah, thank you. Enjoy your day. Love you. Oh, shine some light on this, by the way. If the devs are made aware, they might actually think, hey, that's a problem. Let's fix it. Um, I have been rather impressed, actually, with DH Games as of late. The events are more generous, their support team is more receptive, and they just seem to care, which is cool. It makes me a little bit more optimistic about the game's future. So, yeah, again, thanks for stopping by. Love you.